What's going on in Psalms? Happy Father's Day, happy Sunday. Not trying to do a long video. I got a lot of stuff to do tonight. Missed the video yesterday, so yeah, Saturday's going to be tricky for me, guys. Well, yesterday I didn't do it because I went over to I should have done it from there, but he doesn't get the best service out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I don't want to eat up his bandwidth doing a video, and I should have been there hanging out with him because I don't see him very often. He's one of my military brothers. One of the military brothers I served with. It was his birthday, so we drove 2 hours to go hang out with him. 2 hours to go hang out with them, and it was fun. My daughter made a new friend. My little one actually came out of her shell and made her first friend, which was really awesome. And today she's just talking about her, my friend, my best friend. So that made us feel a little bit better about her getting and going to school. It was a good Father's Day overall for me. I didn't do much. I slit my finger open to the point where it was hitting the nail by a damn aluminum foil cutter shit. The thing to trim the foil length sliced me open because I had a bunch of stuff in my hand trying to carry it all out at once to barbecue it. Sliced my shit open real good and actually kind of went into shock. It was really surreal, and it's the first time I ever kind of passed out from a wound. It was crazy. I think a few things came into effect with this. The fact that I was bleeding a lot. I was losing a lot of blood, and I had it was hurting me, so I had it under the water, you know, and the cold water soothed it, but at the same time it was washing all the blood away. So I was there, you know, soothing, and I just kept seeing the blood wash away. It's like, yeah, that's not good. I need this cut to clot. So I turned the water off, and so I turned the water off, and my wife came to help me. She gave me a napkin to kind of put over the wound because I was just holding it closed with my hand. And shortly after that, you know, she gave me the napkin, and after that I just kind of started to feel myself fade away, and she's like, "You're turning pale, we should probably go to the couch." So I there like a rocked UFC fighter, you know, I'm there stumbling my way to the couch. On the way to the couch is the stairs, and I'm thinking like, man, I should maybe stop at these stairs, but I was like, nah, 2 more steps, I'll be at that couch to be a lot more comfortable. So I went for the couch, and I'm glad I did, because I sat on the couch, and as I, you know, after she gave me the Band-Aid and everything started to kind of settle down, like I said, I think it was a mix of things. Me losing a decent amount of blood because I kept it under the water and it kept it from clotting. And then me kind of replaying it in my head of what happened and just feeling that saw up against my fingernail and cutting and cutting and cutting. I just felt it, you know, So just replaying that feeling and just, you know, adrenaline, and yeah, I just walked over to the couch, laid down, and oh yeah, as soon as it happened, you know, as soon as I got the napkin, the side started to, you know, I started to get that tunnel vision, everything started to, and I was like, oh yeah, it's whenever I was like, she's like, yeah, you're turning pale. And I was like, yeah, okay, I better go sit down. So as I'm going, you know, to the stairs, everything's kind of or to the couch, everything's fading. And I sit there, you know, and I lay back, and I'm getting comfortable, and I'm kind of feeling like shit still. And she came up and she's like, here, take a sip of this water, and you know, it'll help. So I take a sip of the cold water, and it was such a relief that I started to relax, which kind of helped everything just kind of more fade away. And I went out. Cold, you know, plain and simple. She said, my legs kicked out and my arms kind of flailed, and I mean nothing crazy, but and I kind of remember that hearing them being able to talk and stuff like that. But yeah, it was an intense experience. Holy fuck. And she slapped my face to wake me up because she said that the verbal cues trying to get me to wake up wasn't working. Einstein! Bad dog! So, yeah. Whew. And this just happened like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, so I'm still kind of recovering. I mean, shortly after I woke up, I got up out of the chair and I started moving around a little bit to kind of get myself back into the game, but damn, I was out for the count. And yeah, that happened. What happened in the news world today? A little bit of news coverage. All this immigration stuff has been pretty big in the news. Right now our country is ripping families apart from people who are trying to illegally immigrate over here and taking the kids away from the parents unless they're younger than 5 years old, supposedly. But yeah, kind of a messed up situation. So there's been a bunch of that going on in the news. And yeah, we can kind of talk about yesterday some though. It was a long drive. We opted to not take the ferry because the ferry would have been just as long. And with it being Father's Day weekend, we figured the ferry was probably going to be backed up. Peace out, Ensoms. Get some stuff.